Hey guys, what's going on? Back with another Cold War Zombies video. Treyarch just released a poster for Firebase Z, which is going to be the first DLC zombie map in Cold War. Just want to do a breakdown of the poster, see if there's anything I noticed, and also give the zombies community some help. Maybe in the backstory, it'll hint at what's coming. In Black Ops 4, I did something similar, but I waited a couple days after, maybe even a couple weeks after, just to kind of see what the zombies community can figure out. And I know in Black Ops 4, people would take the information and not credit you, or not even say thanks or anything like that. So this time around, I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm going to give some answers and help as soon as it comes out to help hype up the game. Trying to avoid what happened in Black Ops 4, even in Infinite Warfare Zombies and World War II Zombies, where I felt the zombies community didn't have somebody to help them along the way, and kind of show them what is what and what stuff might mean or symbolize. And then also I want to point out real quickly that every poster in Black Ops 4, every Ether poster, hinted at what the next map was going to be. So that's something that I just kind of also want to point out. What we're seeing now obviously shows Firebase Z, but there's probably hints of what's coming in the next DLC, the second map. There were Easter eggs put in Black Ops 4 posters, hinting at what the next map was going to be. Classified being the best example. It hinted at a Nuketown remake with the MPD and stuff like that, and Richtofen, and it hinted at a lot of things. But anyways, I'm just going to stick to this for now, to the Vietnam map. Not going to go down too far down, trying to think of what's coming. This is just breaking down the poster itself. One thing that I do actually want to point out first, this looks like Ted. I know it can't be Ted. I know it's not the same story, unless somehow we're going to start seeing Victus transit stuff leaking throughout the different map, maybe in the dark ether. But it is pretty funny that this guy here, and I should have it zoomed in, definitely looks like Ted, but that's happened also in other maps that we've gotten where it looks like it's Ted, but it ends up not being Ted. It ends up just being like a Russian soldier or something like that. But the main bulk of this, I'm going to come back to breaking down the actual poster, but the main focus is going to be the inspiration for the poster itself, what it hints at, and it's something that I really love when Treyarch does it, is include movies. Uh, Number one, if it's a movie that I've seen, it's pretty cool to kind of see like a zombie map themed after that movie. Secondly, it opens up my interest to see movies that I haven't seen before. And believe it or not, this is going to be a movie that I haven't seen yet, so I'll probably watch it tonight just to kind of get a feel for it, get into the hype and in the zone, so to speak, or the mindset of Vietnam and the Vietnam War and everything like that, and what was involved in the Vietnam War. I know we've gotten it before in previous Black Ops games, but I've actually never seen the movie, and I'll show you what it's referencing. So it actually, you can tell by the poster, it's referencing Apocalypse Now, a Vietnam movie from the 80s, and I I actually couldn't find a really clear photo. I don't know if it was the art style back then or just the fact that everything in the 80s, the quality was printed with ink and stuff like that, not like digitally made like it is nowadays. So I'm going to put them side by side, point out a couple things. Obviously, they're not, and I tell this to people want it to be, or I'm going to say maybe more other zombie YouTubers, they want it to be 100% carbon copied, which they know, and it's funny, they're the ones that complain about it too. You can't copy somebody's work 100%. You can take inspiration from it, make your own art from it, but you can't copy it 100%. People want everything to be 100% carbon copied, like you just put Firebase Z down here and call it yours. You legally can't do that, and I don't know why. I guess because of the age, they're young. They don't realize that you can't do that. You can't just say, hey, I want this, I'm going to slap my Firebase Z logo on it, and I'm going to call this the next map. No, they have to draw inspiration from it. Obviously back here, I'm going to say that's the Dark Ether planet, because Dark Ether is a planet or dimension, or maybe it's just a gateway. And in Apocalypse Now, it's the sun, and you see the faces behind her, which assuming it's Samantha, unless we're getting a female protagonist that's going to help find Samantha, but more than likely that's her herself. Usually it's symbolic with that sun in her eye. We've gotten it in the orange jump scare and classified. So again, this is probably hinting at stuff that's coming. In the next DLC map, of course, there's faces behind the main character, the main focus, the sun in the background, and I guess kind of like the the skyline, or I guess call it the skyline of at the bottom with the name scrolled across the bottom. Um, so that's giving you the answer of what the poster was inspired from, and it is both Vietnam movies. We are in I'm gonna call it 80s timeline. We're in the 1980s timeline in Cold War, because the Cold War spanned, I think, from the 60s to the 80s or 90s, or the 90s actually, and we're in the 80s right now. So mainly a lot of the movies and inspiration are probably gonna come from the 80s, for the maps and stuff like that. I'm not going to break down the poster yet. I'm just showing you the Apocalypse Now reference or hint or inspiration, whatever you want to call it. And then I'll go back to the poster. Again, Apocalypse Now is a it's not 80s. It's 79. But you know why? I guess most people think of it like in 80s. But anyways, it's 79 American epic psychological war film. Directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Gonna skip over mainly this stuff, just kind of want to show you. And again, I just go on Wikipedia and just reference everything there. I don't make these too in-depth. Like I said, it's just pretty simple. Get the answer across to people and get the help across that they might need. It is adapted from Heart of Darkness for Vietnam War setting in the 1960s. Well, the director became interested in adapting Heart of Darkness for Vietnam War setting. I think it is well, no, it was a screenplay. Yeah, 1899 novella Heart of Darkness. So I probably should have had that, but I don't have that included. So keep in mind there was probably a war going on in 1899. I don't know which one. He changed the setting from the 19th century Congo to the Vietnam, so that'll give you even a more backstory of the book, that which became the Apocalypse Now movie, which was changed to Vietnam instead of the Congo, which is interesting. And you know what? I think there is. I think that name, Herzog's. Influenced by Herzog's Acquire the Wrath of God, an approach to the material. I think this is the name of a new bundle, and I probably should have it, but I don't, and it's my fault for not reading this ahead. I really just cropped it and copied and pasted it, just to kind of go over everything. Like I tell people too, I learned this along the way as I go. Heart of Darkness, a filmmaker's Apocalypse. Again, I really recommend and urge people to read this stuff on their own, just kind of giving you a little bit of a backstory. And the reason is I wanted to get it more into the plot. It says, during the Vietnam War, Colonel Kurtz has apparently gone insane and is waging a brutal guerrilla war against terrified North Vietnam. I believe that's what it is. North Vietnam Army and PLAF forces without permission. Cambodia. I think that's what Black Ops 2 was about, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's one of the wars or battles that we were in Black Ops 2, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know there was that Cambodia guy that was like crazy. I think that's what that is. Burnt Out, Mac V, SOG operative, Captain Benjamin Woolard is summoned to a field. I'm just trying to see. This is Woolard, initially ambivalent, joins U.S. Navy River Patrol. I know there's a lot of Black Ops 1 stuff that was used, or taken from here and used in Black Ops 1. I'm just trying to see if there's any real good storyline plot that I can kind of look at. Tension arises as Willard believes himself in command of the PBR Wild Chief. I wish they would just kind of like break it down a little bit more simpler so I don't have to read everything. Willard partially reveals his mission to the chief of Asajj, his concerns about why his mission should proceed. As Willard studies Kurt's dossier, he is struck by the mid-career sacrifice Kurt's made by leaving a prestigious Pentagon assignment to join Special Forces. Weeks later, the PBR reaches the remote U.S. Army outpost by the Dulong Bridge. Willard and Lance enter the outpost after nightfall, seeking information. Unable to find any commanding officer. I'm just skipping over some stuff. I thought this would be a little bit more interesting, but I guess the movie is pretty cool. I guess whoever wrote this maybe should have wrote it a little bit better, I guess. As the crew reads letters from home, Lance activates a smoke grenade while under the influence of LSD, attracting the attention of an unseen enemy. Oh, okay, and Mr. Clean is killed. In the camp. Okay, so I'm just gonna. There's not much there, to be honest. I thought it'd be a little bit more, not interesting, but a little more exciting, I guess, in a way. But I'll definitely, like I said, have to go see the movie myself. Again, as far as the poster, and I'm just gonna kind of sum it up here. I'm just gonna say R right and R left to make it a little bit easier. On the right hand side of the poster, he looks somewhat Asian, but I guess there's people are saying that might be Richtofen. I don't think that's Dempsey on the left. I don't think they would go down the road of reintroducing Dempsey and Richtofen, so I'm quite interested to see who those might turn out to be. Maybe new operators. And then you see the monster at the bottom, which looks like some type of bull slash whatever from Black Ops 3, which I can't remember right now. Oh my gosh. What the three-headed, what is that? A Margwa. I kept thinking Megaton, that's why I'm like a Margwa. Again, the one looks like Ted, which is interesting. It would be kind of cool if somehow he was in there. The dome looks like a military dome that has like radio equipment in there. It reminds me again, like I said, Modern Warfare 3's dome. The object in the back is either the moon or Dark Ether, which is a planet. Maybe they're gonna reveal that it's an actual planet you can go to. Aside from all that, obviously the palm tree is Vietnam. Vietnam's civilians, it looks like, that became zombies. And hopefully we get a pretty good trailer for it also. The helicopters, which is similar to the Apocalypse Now poster. It does look a little bit like the Chaos storyline, which is awesome, because I like the Chaos story. It would be kind of cool if they really mashed it together a little bit. And that's pretty much what I'm seeing. I'm gonna really, and of course she has face paint on, mimicking the Apocalypse Now. Not mimicking, but inspiration from the Apocalypse Now poster. The helicopters again. That does look like Eddie, but I don't think that's Dempsey, unless Dempsey has a son that we didn't know about. But I'm interested to see where that's going. Maybe it's her boyfriend or something like that at this point. And she obviously does look like Scarlet, which is cool. The dome is pretty awesome. I'll have to see what if that does anything. Don't see anything else. The logo, obviously. But I'll have to take a look, see what else. I know there's stars, so it's probably gonna have to do something with stars, which I can't wait to see what that has to do. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. Just kind of wanted to show you the connection to Apocalypse Now and the inspiration that was taken from it. I'll see you guys later.